Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. I don't know about y'all, man, but I am excited to be alive. I am excited I got a chance to see another day. Let me tell you something. I woke up this morning, I said, God, you know what? I thank you. I thank you that whenever the enemy comes in like a flood, you was there to lift up a standard. I thank you when every time the enemy tried to drag me down or throw dirt on my name, I said, God, I thank you for being there. I thank you for fighting my battles. Even when I was afraid, I said, God, I thank you for being my strength. I thank you for being perfect in my imperfections. I said, God, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Sometimes when we be in battle, sometimes we allow the enemy to scare us. Sometimes we allow the enemy to get us out of character, to make us want to retaliate or do anything of that nature. But I said, God, you know what? I thank you. I thank you. I thank you for your healing body. I said, this year, this is not going to be the year that I'm going to allow anybody to take me off my square. I am not going to allow the enemy to get me out of character. I am not going to allow the enemy to put fear in my heart. I said, God, you said that there's no such thing as fear. You have not given us the spirit of fear, but love, power, and a sound mind. I dare you to declare and to decree that this year, the enemy is not going to take you off your square. You ain't going to take you off your square. Family ain't going to take you off your square. Friends, relationships, jobs, or whatever. You ought to declare and decree, I am not going to allow that to happen this year, because I am going to get everything that God has for me this year. Because let me tell you something. When God is getting ready to bless you, that's when it all starts to go up. But you ought to say, not this year. I am not going to allow that to happen this year. It is a brand new year. You ought to lift up a standard like your father do and say, you know what? Not today. Not today. You can have it. Not today. Going on that way. I am not going to allow you to do this to me no more. You ought to stand up and fight. And if you need a little bit of strength, God said, I am made perfect. He said, fret not. Fear not. I am with you for all the days. And you know what? It just keep ringing in my head something that David, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me for the rest of my days, and I shall lie in the house of the Lord. You ought to make up your mind today that this is the last time that the enemy is going to do anything. This is the last time I am going to allow something to happen to me. You ought to lift up the standard right now, right now, right now. It's Monday. It's a brand new week. Let's make different decisions. Let's do it different this year. Don't allow the enemy to trick you out your spot. Don't allow your friends, your family, your job. Don't allow none of that to trick you out of your spot. God said that this is going to be a year to remember. And I want you to remember that every single day. Declare and decree that every single day that you go out. And I guarantee you, so start working.